Hey everyone, this is Joanna O'Neill, and I'm a health and wellness entrepreneur, and I help people look and feel amazing. And I'm excited to talk to you today about the number one thing that we could add to our diet each and every day that would make a huge impact on all kinds of health, have all kinds of health benefits for us. So I'm really excited to share that with you. What we're talking about today is fiber. Fiber is something that I think we all have this general knowledge, this general idea that it's very important for our health, but we don't really know why, and we really don't understand the huge importance and impact it can have on our body. So I thought I'd dedicate this overview to really talking about the benefits of fiber and how much fiber we should be getting, and then where we can get natural fiber sources from our food. And if we don't feel we can manage all of that with food, then how can we supplement with that as well? So we have got I've got 9 health benefits of fiber that I'd like to review with you. It spans the entire body. The first thing it can do, which is really helpful for a lot of people, is to maintain healthy blood sugar levels, specifically soluble fiber. It helps to slow your body's breakdown of carbohydrates and the absorption of sugar. So we know that many people, over half of Americans, are in a category of health called metabolic syndrome. I shouldn't say a category of health. I should say a category of pre-diabetes called metabolic syndrome. And so this affects so many people. It can affect you, can affect your family. And the number one thing you can do is to increase your fiber intake, because that's going to help slow down the body's breakdown of carbohydrates and absorption of sugar. So first benefit is blood sugar control. So the second benefit that fiber has is heart health. There has been found to be an inverse association between fiber intake and a heart attack. Okay. And research shows that those eating a high fiber diet have a 40% less risk of heart disease. So for all of you guys that are on cholesterol medication, high blood pressure medication, if you are not increasing your fiber intake or taking the maximum amount of fiber that you can take per day, then you're not doing your part of the equation, and the health equation, and the personal responsibility portion of maintaining proper health. The very first thing that we can do is to add more fiber to our diet to maintain heart health. So heart health, number 2. The third thing that we can improve is our likelihood of having a stroke by increasing our fiber intake. Researchers have found that for every 7 grams more fiber you consume on a daily basis, your stroke risk is decreased by 7%. So if you have a stroke history in your family, or if your doctor has told you that you are at risk for strokes, very first thing you want to do is increase your fiber intake. For every 7 grams of fiber intake you add to your diet, it decreases your stroke risk by 7%. 7. We're talking about fiber today and how that's the one thing that we can add to our diet each and every day to give you a multitude of health benefits. My name is Joanna O'Neill, and I'm a health and wellness entrepreneur, and I help people look and feel amazing. The fourth thing that is a benefit of having enough fiber in your diet on a daily basis is weight loss and weight management. Anybody wanting to be a little bit thinner, a little bit leaner? Or we're rolling right on through spring, coming into summer, and we want to be outdoors. We want to be feeling good. We want to be feeling great, looking good, feeling our best, maybe having to be in a bathing suit. Fiber supplements have been shown to enhance weight loss among obese people, likely because fiber increases feelings of fullness. So by adding fiber to our diet, we're becoming, the sensation of becoming full is happening faster. We're feeling full longer, in addition to all of the other side benefits of having fiber. It's going to help you maintain a healthy weight and potentially lose weight. The sixth benefit of, actually this is the fifth, sorry, benefit of increasing your fiber on a daily basis is skin health. Fiber, specifically the fiber psyllium husk, may help move yeast and fungus out of your body. We all have yeast, we all have fungus in our body, and you know what feeds yeast and sugar and fungus? Sugar. Sugar is the preferred food of yeast and fungus in your body. So if you want to grow yeast and fungus in your body, eat more sugar. But if you want to improve that situation, you will increase fiber, specifically psyllium husk. So it helps to move yeast and fungus out of the body, and it prevents it from being excreted through your skin, which can trigger acne or rashes. So if you've got an issue with acne, rashes, that's yeast. That could be yeast and fungus coming out of your skin. So that's a sign to increase your fiber. The sixth health benefit of increasing your fiber intake per day is it can help with diverticulitis. Dietary fiber, especially insoluble fiber, may reduce your risk of diverticulitis by 40%. Diverticulitis is an inflammation of polyps in your intestine. Not fun, but it's very, very common. If you want to avoid this, if you have this, if you want to reduce this, increase your daily fiber intake. Hemorrhoids is the next thing that fiber helps. High fiber diet lowers your risk of hemorrhoids. So I want to look for that. Irritable bowel syndrome. I mean, there's commercials on the TV every day about irritable bowel syndrome. Every day talking about all the drugs you can take to fix irritable bowel syndrome. But if you're not, eating or supplementing with the maximum amount of daily fiber in your daily diet, and you have irritable bowel syndrome, then you're not doing the part. You're not doing your part as a patient, as a responsible party, to address this issue with irritable bowel syndrome. So it's really important that we're getting the proper amount of fiber in our diet every way. And a little bit later, I'm going to be telling you where you can get that from your food, and also some thoughts on how you can supplement with fiber. The last health benefit I'm going to talk about today is gallstones or kidney stones. A high fiber diet may reduce the risk of gallstones and kidney stones, likely because of its ability to help regulate blood sugar. So it's all tied together. So there are two kinds of fiber. We have insoluble fiber and soluble fiber. Hi, Connie. And it's really important to have both because one is a binding agent that binds with excess sugar and cholesterol and toxins and all of the excess waste materials that are inside of our bowels, inside of our intestine. It binds with it. And then the other type of fiber will actually move that fiber, move all of those particles out of the body. So we've got one that's pulling and grabbing and absorbing all of that stuff we don't want in our body. And the other type of fiber is moving it out of our body. So it's really important that if you're looking at foods or you're looking at supplementation, that you're looking at both insoluble and soluble fiber in your diet. Now, how much is enough? Most people, does anybody who's watching right now, whether you're watching the live version or you're watching the recast, do you know how much fiber is recommended for men and women on a daily basis? In actuality, for women, they say 25 grams a day for a woman, fiber, 25 grams. And for men, it's much more, it's 38 grams. So let's just talk about, you know, the foods that have the most amount of fiber and how much fiber is in those foods. And let's just see, you know, you can kind of be thinking as I'm talking about the foods that I'm talking about, how much fiber's in it, and then how often are you eating those foods? And does it add up to, for a woman, 25 grams a day and men 38 grams a day? So I have this really cool list that I posted on this Facebook page a couple days ago on the top 43 foods with fiber. Number 43 is pistachios. And if you eat 1 ounce of pistachios, you get 2.8 grams of fiber. Okay, so 2.8 grams of fiber, that's about 10% of your daily fiber intake. So for women, so how great would that be is on a daily basis, have 1 ounce of pistachios. And by the way, what you're going to notice about these foods that I'm reviewing here with you are none of them are animal products. You don't get fiber from meat or dairy. You get fiber from plants and nuts and seeds. So be thinking about that when we're looking at how we're structuring our plates and our breakfasts, our lunch, our dinner, our snacks. So pistachios is the number 43 on the list of, I'm not going to go through all of these. Oranges are number 41. You get 3.1 grams of fiber per serving in a medium-sized orange. So if you like oranges, an orange every once in a while. Banana actually has 3.1 grams of fiber per serving. And just for people who are joining me now, this is Joanna O'Neill. I am Joanna O'Neill, and I'm a health and wellness entrepreneur, and I help people to look and feel amazing. And today we're talking about the health benefits of fiber. Avocado, I love avocado. I mean, there's so much good about avocado. All of that healthy fat in an avocado is so good for you. But there's also 3.4 grams of fiber in a quarter of an avocado. Okay, so if you love avocados, go for it. Do you know that there's 3.5 grams of fiber in popcorn? 3 cups. You have to eat 3 cups of popcorn. That's a lot. But it's there. Canned pumpkin, 3.6 grams of fiber per serving. Figs, 3.7 grams. Carrots, 3.6 grams. Sweet potato, 3.8 grams. Let's go to something interesting. A potato, russet potato, 4 grams of fiber per serving. It's 1 medium potato, okay? But if you're gonna add, sour cream and cheese and butter, probably not a super great idea. One thing you might wanna consider is doing sweet potatoes, sweet potatoes, because sweet potatoes are kind of sweet on their own. I'm trying to look for the sweet potato here. I'll get there in a second. Let's see, where's my sweet potato? I might have skipped it. I'm gonna go back to the potatoes. Regular potatoes, parsnips. Excuse me 1 second, I'm just trying to find I thought sweet potatoes was on this list. Okay. We're moving on to one of my favorite foods, which is refried beans. This girl loves her some refried beans, okay? If I could eat them every day, I would. I eat them most days because I'm a pescatarian, so I don't eat any meat except for fish. And I usually only eat fish if I go out to dinner. I don't really have fish at home. So I eat refried beans like at least every other day. And there's 4.4 grams of fiber per 1/2 cup of refried beans. Now, again, make sure you are, thinking about what kind of refried beans. Sometimes refried beans have a lot of animal fat, a lot of lard in them. I know my husband and I get bean burritos from America's Taco Shop, and they use no lard in their beans. We also love the refried beans from Sombreros. 4.4 grams of fiber. Almonds have 4.5 grams of fiber for a quarter cup of almonds. Also has some good healthy fats in there as well. If you like artichoke hearts are great to add to a veggie pizza, especially gluten-free. I'm trying to like gluten-free pizza, but either way, if you're gonna go for a pizza, a great way to add fiber is to add artichoke hearts on the pizza, and broccoli. Broccoli is also one of my favorite vegetables. There's 5.1 grams of fiber in one cup of broccoli, and there is 4.8 grams of fiber per 1/2 cup of artichoke hearts. So have that veggie pizza. You're getting all that fiber. Really, really good for you. Broccoli, we talked about. Pears, 5.5 grams with the skin, medium pear, 5.5 grams of fiber. Kidney beans, 5.7 grams per 1/2 cup. Flaxseed, also. Flaxseed has a lot of good healthy omegas. But you get 7 grams of fiber for 2 tablespoons of flaxseed. Green peas, I also love peas. You get 7.2 grams of fiber per 1 cup of peas. Berries, blackberries, I believe I saw raspberries. They have 7 and 8 grams respectively per serving of fiber. So got to go with the berries. Chickpeas is another thing I love. If you like hummus, it's made from chickpeas. You get 8.1 grams of fiber for chickpeas in a 1/2 cup. So you see where I'm going here? You can have your bean dips, you know, your hummus, your refried beans, and you know, corn tortilla chips. Those are gluten-free. And those are yummy with hummus and with, I know the whole issue of gluten is a whole nother subject, but I'm kind of laying down the foundation of that soon. We're going to talk about gluten. Split peas, 8 grams of fiber per serving. Black beans, 8 grams of fiber per serving. Okay, so these are some great examples. So let me just ask you, you know, for those of you listening, are you eating those types of things in your diet? Are you having blackberries and raspberries and avocado and broccoli and artichoke hearts and flaxseed and almonds and pears and bananas? I mean, is this what is making up your, and beans, or is this what's making up your daily diet? It is making up my diet a lot of the time because, again, as a vegetarian or a pescatarian, you know, you're eating vegetables, you're eating berries, you're eating nuts, you're eating seeds. So you may want to consider adding some of these high fiber foods into your diet on a regular basis. But the last thing I want to talk about is evaluating how you may want to choose a fiber supplement, because sometimes we just can't get those kinds of food in our diet on a daily basis. So we might want to consider supplementation with a good fiber supplement. So I use a fiber supplement, and this has 12 grams of fiber per serving. And as I mentioned earlier, the daily recommended intake of fiber for women per day is 25 grams for women, 38 grams of fiber for men per day. So this fiber supplement has 12 grams of fiber per serving. So for women, that's half of your daily recommended dosage. And this one has 7 different natural fiber sources, including, very importantly, a psyllium husk, which I mentioned is really important for reducing and eliminating fungus and yeast out of our body. Okay, so when you're looking for a fiber supplement, look at how many grams of fiber there are per serving. To make sure that there's psyllium husk in it. and make sure that there's soluble and insoluble fiber. So the fiber I use has soluble and insoluble fiber. It's called FiberWise, by the way, and tastes like an orange drink. I just put a scoop with water, mix it up, drink it. You can add it to a smoothie, but it's so easy to add fiber to your diet. And whether you're watching live or on the live or on the recast, you can put a 1 in if you'd like more information, and I can certainly get you the links to the 9 benefits of fiber, the recommended daily dosage, and anything else you would like information on. So thank you very much for listening. My name is Joanna O'Neill, and I'm a health and wellness entrepreneur, and I help people to look and feel amazing. And today we've been talking about fiber and the amazing benefits of getting enough fiber in your diet on a daily basis. And thanks so much. See you soon.